loses quite a way into the contest, but he finds a way. The pressure is all on this man, I think, Hashimoto. You know, he's never going to get out of the shadow of Ono Shoei. That's for sure, because he can never do all the things that Ono has done.
And he's going to go to the Olympics. He has to go there,
and he has to win it. I mean, you know, the only hope that Hashimoto has got is that he will go to the Olympics, he will win it, and he'll say, well, I could have won it all the time if they'd picked me. That's the only hope that he's got. And he's got to get past this man, who, as you say, the #1 seed this morning. And real pressure.
And on the best form of his life. Absolutely. Heydarov then in white here, Hashimoto in blue. And away we go. Well, obvious home support here for Hashimoto.
He does, I bet there are a few mirrors in his house.
You do get that feeling, don't you? You do.
He does like himself a bit.
Yeah, you do get that feeling.
And yet, you know, when you're top of the tree and you win so many and you do look good, then, well, you know, you can afford a bit of, I wouldn't call it showboating. It's an unusual situation for a Japanese to be in. You know,
I think he has kind of improved as well.
Yeah.
You know, that he's matured a bit, I think, hasn't he? He can carry it off a bit better.
You know what I mean, don't you?
Yeah,
they're normally
exactly
so reserved.
Oh, dear me. That leg was totally straight there. Quite happened there.
And it's all the gesticulating that you get from him as well, which is so unusual for a Japanese. Arm over the back from Heydarov is a really dangerous one, because he follows that up with the Makikomi, doesn't he? Chance on the arm, missed out. We've had a minute already. You know, it hardly seems that they've done anything, and yet the minute's gone off the clock. I think this was one that we picked out earlier on, 1 versus 2, the final that you would want, Heydarov and Hashimoto. We got it, the H-men.
Well, you come in 7-0 down, and you are at a disadvantage, you know, because from a psychological point of view. But saying that, I tell you, I've never seen Heydarov as good as he is at the moment. This is the best he's ever been.
And he looks comfortable, doesn't he?
Yeah.
He's moving well. World #1 against the world #3. Their head-to-head battles go back over a 6-year period. He was fought at the Grand Slam in Paris back in 2017. I'm not going to go whether it was won or lost, because we've already spoken about that. They were all losses as far as Heydarov is concerned. Paris Grand Slam, the World Championships in Budapest, the Masters in St. Petersburg, the World Championships in Baku, Grand Slam Paris, and the last 2 of the World Championships in Budapest again in 2021, and the World Championships in Doha. So they've always, you know, fought at really top-level events. Mind you, Hashimoto very rarely gets sent out to anything else.
Yeah, I mean, he's had to kind of give up his place when Ono's been there, hasn't he? He's the #2 to Ono.
His chance now.
Now, never have a better one.
It's also fascinating for the home crowd to have this kind of expectation. They, having controlled the under 73 kilo category for so long, to now have a new, not a new face, but a new #1. Ono has been the man in the driving seat, but now Hashimoto has the mantle. And question mark hasn't been completely erased. It's still there. Can he follow in the great man's footsteps? Also find it very difficult to call such a young player a great man, but he's done great things, Ono. He's left his mark. Whatever happens, he's left his mark.
Yeah, he certainly has.
we're already into the last minute, and they still look as though they're just getting used to each other. Shido a piece, and I think Hashimoto's about to pick up another, and Hidayarov. They were just a little. There was just a little bit too much, you know, avoidance there, keeping away from each other.
Yeah, I mean, they're gesturing to grip, and they don't really want to grip up with each other.
Slightly unusual position from which to attack. Hashimoto with a chance now, the first real chance to do something was on the ground, but Hidayarov was tight in defence, and Hashimoto unable to get through.
A lot of youngsters up there in the crowd, going absolutely mad there. The groundwork exchange.
Yeah, they've come to watch one of their heroes, haven't they?
Absolutely.
Last few seconds of regulation time. This one, we're going to need golden score. Well, that was after the time. It didn't even coincide with time. That was quite clearly afterwards, and we're going to have a period of golden score. Just a flash of danger as the right arm went over there from Hidayarov, hinting at that Makikomi. He wants to go there, doesn't he? Oh, what a turn, what a turn!
Hydayarov gets it.
He went on the other side.
He did.
Instead of coming for the Makikomi,
yeah.
he takes him on the other side. Incredibly unusual.
What a change of direction there from Hydayarov. It was an absolutely superb change of direction. And, well, he'll be especially pleased. Not just winning the gold medal here, which he did in style, but beating his big rival.
Well, they just want to have a look at this, and I know exactly what it is the commission are going to be looking at here. He's going to ask his colleagues, name the waza, name that technique.
Well, so...
oh, and the possibility that he had the arm. Look at the arm. Yeah, look at the arm. Is he throwing with it on the arm? No, he's good with that. Okay, Soromade says the referee, they've had a look at it for a couple of things. Can they name the technique? Yes. And was there any an application of Kansetsu waza during the throwing action? Did you see it that way? We'll probably have another look at it and then talk us through it then. But the world number one comes out number one here in Tokyo.
I think he was underneath the armpit. It was pretty close, wasn't it? But